You guys, do you ever sit down to watch something, open a streaming app, scroll for 20 minutes, then give up and just put on The Office again like it's your emotional support companion? Because I do the same exact thing. A lot. Hey, gang, welcome back to Egotastic Fun Time Reloaded, where we're just trying to find a little hope in a universe that keeps raising prices and adding ad tiers all the time. Today, we are diving into something that I'm very passionate about watching, the streaming wars. Not from the corporate side, not from the shareholder call side, but from our side, the side of the person on the couch who just wanted to watch one cozy little sci-fi episode and instead accidentally spent their entire evening deciding which app we want to open. I do that all the time. I'm jumping from app to app, not knowing what I'm even looking for anymore. And I know I started with some sort of idea, and then I open one app just to see what's up, and then I totally forget what I wanted to watch in the first place, and then I'm all over the different apps, and they all take time to load up. Damn it. Back in my day, Bruce Springsteen had a song that went something like 57 channels and nothing on. I don't know if it was a big hit. It was actually kind of annoying at the time. Old rocker coming out with a new song. Now he's really old. I think he actually even has better songs than he had in that era. Anyway, I digress. Because now we've got like 57 platforms and everything is on. And somehow it still feels like nothing is there. We're drowning in options, paying more than ever. And the real winner here is the attention economy, not us. So today I want to talk about how there's too many platforms, subscription fatigue, and rising prices are just going nuts right now. Ad tiers sneaking back in like it's cable 2.0, and how all this shapes the way we watch shows like Stranger Things, Fallout, Severance, The Boys, and of course my favorite, The Orville. Let's push play, shall we? So back in the day, the big problem was, oh, there's nothing on. Now the problem's more like there's too much on, and I only have one human life. I'm trying to have a couple of human lives. That'd be nice. I like to see what happens, just like Captain Mercer from the Orville. We kind of see eye to eye on that. But in the US, around 88% of households have at least one streaming subscription. I'm betting it's Netflix. And the average household now pays for about 4 to 5 different services. That's the situation that I'm in right now. But I only have that many services right now because of Black Friday deals. Every year I get all the streaming service Black Friday deals because then I feel like I'm the one taking advantage of the big corporate studios and the big business people that are trying to take advantage of us. I'm like, no, I'm going to get all your services for way cheaper. And then when they're not cheaper anymore, boom, cut them till it's the next time to get another Black Friday deal, which comes around quicker than usual, quicker than you think, because all these deals, especially like Hulu, Disney, HBO, they all have 12-month discounts. You get crazy cheap price for the service for 12 months. If you're listening to this today, you can probably still get those deals. But if you're listening to it tomorrow in your own timeline, those deals are probably gone. But there'll be more deals. There are always deals. Get them. It's the only time we get to win. But a lot of houses, they have 5.1 subscriptions per household and roughly are paying $60 a month just on streaming. Sounds like cable to me, you guys. So if you feel like your wallet is doing the Kessel run every time another streaming bill hits, that's not your imagination. That's just math. Streaming was supposed to be the cheap, simple alternative to cable. One login, one bill. Watch what you want, when you want. Now it's more like Pokemon. Gotta subscribe to them all, or you miss half the damn shows people are talking about. So let's talk about what it's actually like to be a sci-fi fan in the middle of the streaming wars. You want to watch Stranger Things? Cool, that's on Netflix. You're obsessed with Fallout? That's over on Prime Video. You hear everyone screaming about Severance? Oh, that's Apple TV. Oh, you want your superhero deconstruction with the boys? Well, you got to head back to Prime, yo. You want hopeful space optimism with the Orville? Yes, you do. Well, that's over on Hulu, then Disney Plus, and it gets bounced around between different bundles and merges and rebrands, which all these services are doing right now. I mean, how many times during the Black Friday uh, time of year did you see a great deal on Hulu and Disney, and then you look, and then there's also a different bundle with Disney and HBO, or Stars and Hulu. There's so many different back and forths with these bundles, which I knew was going to happen. I knew right away a bunch of these services, because there's not room for all of them. I knew they were going to start merging, and now we're seeing it like crazy. But every time you switch shows, you're basically opening a wormhole to a different corporate reality, you guys. Each platform has its own rules, its own UI, its own autoplay personality. Are you still watching? Guilt trip. And completely different idea of what it thinks you are as a viewer. It's just getting crazy, you guys. It's not just watching TV anymore. I miss just watching TV. Just turning it on, flipping around, see what's going on. That's over. Now you got to know exactly what you want, where you want to go, what you want to watch. It's basically navigating a multiverse of paywalls at this point. So let's talk about these paywalls, okay? These price hikes and these ad tiers. We're going to talk money, basically, because the streaming wars, they're not about art. They're about who can bill you every month the longest. Talking to you, Netflix, and here's the latest season of Stranger Things. Oh, just a few episodes. Now you got to wait until it's time for us to get more money before you can watch more episodes. That's how they keep you strung along, you guys. But Netflix now charges about $7.99 for the ad-supported plan, $17.99 for the standard ad-free tier, and up to $24.99 for premium, whatever that is. At least in the US, they do. And that's after recent hikes. Disney Plus, on the other hand, just raised prices again. And the ad-supported plan jumped around to was it like $11.99 a month, $12 a month. And the ad-free premium plan is about $18.99 a month in the US. For Disney stuff. Over on Hulu used to be my favorite back in the day. Now I'm a Peacock guy, but Hulu's ad-supported plan is in the why is this so expensive when it still has ads neighborhood. And then Amazon Prime Video, which I had Amazon Prime for the longest time before I even started watching any of its content, because I'm like, it just had junk. I was trying to get the 2-day free shipping. And then they eventually started having actual like real content to watch. So then now every once in a while I'll watch something on Amazon Prime. I watched that new Playdate movie the other day with oh gosh, what's his name? You know his name. Playdate. It has the one funny chubby guy, and then the perfect human man guy that stars in the show Reacher, which I still haven't watched. So I want to check that out at some point. I just haven't been in the mood. But Amazon Prime added ads to shows and movies by default last year. They used to not have any ads, but now everything's got ads. And if you don't want ads on a service that used to be ad free, you now pay. Excuse me. All of a sudden I'm talking a lot. I was quiet all day. Some of you know my voice goes out if I start getting too noisy with my mouth hole. But you used to get ad-free content, but now you pay an extra $2.99 a month to make your content on Amazon Prime ad-free. You got to pay more to get less ads. So yeah, we basically as a society killed cable and replaced it with a Voltron made of 10 smaller cables that all auto renew. Got to get that money. And actually, you may not believe it, but a lot of people are finally starting to cut back. One survey found households were starting to stack fewer services, and a big chunk of people who canceled something said they did it to cut expenses. So maybe some of us are starting to wake up. I wake up every once in a while. Like when the deals are over, I cancel whatever deal is done. And I'm like, I'll come back to you when there's deals again. I don't need to watch your programming right now. There's plenty of other stuff to watch. So the streaming wars aren't just about who can add more content. They're about who you don't unsubscribe from when money gets tight. That's the big plan with these platforms. They're not trying to just give you great stuff because they know you love great stuff. They want to give you enough stuff to keep you from unsubscribing. Just keep you held on just a little bit longer. Stranger Things. But really, it's all about the attention economy. I mean, every aspect of our lives, there's something trying to get our attention. Usually spend money. It's the part that messes with my head, really. The streaming wars are not actually about who has the best shows. Like I said, they're about who can win your attention long enough to keep charging you. Think about your home screen experience. You open Netflix. It autoplays trailers for you. At least it's supposed to. I disable that crap as soon as I can with all my services. But then you hop over to Prime, bigger banner. Giant watch now, glowy Fallout thumbnail. You go to Disney Plus, Marvel on one side, Star Wars on the other side, childhood nostalgia in the middle, and Hulu is like, hey, you still haven't finished The Bear. And also, here's 50 titles of true crime stuff you might like. You'll watch one thing, and they're just going to recommend a bunch of other stuff that you do not care about. Algorithms, you guys. But all of this is designed to keep you from leaving. If you leave, you might cancel. If you cancel, they lose their monthly tribute. Everything in this ecosystem is optimized to say, don't close this app. Don't look at that other app. Don't think too hard. Just click one more thing. You can do it, buddy. Then honestly, it's like the same energy as Westworld. You think you're making choices, but you're still walking in the loop they wrote for you. So we're basically drowning right now in peak everything. Because we've already passed what people used to call peak TV. I don't know, when was that? Probably the 90s, a long time ago. For years, there were more scripted shows than anyone could realistically watch. Now we're in peak everything. There's more shows than there is actual time, more platforms than budget, more hype cycles than our brains can even handle. So what do most people do? I'll tell you what I do. We rewatch the same comfort shows over and over again. Some of you, it's another run of Stranger Things. For me, it's another spin of the Orville for that hopeful future glow. I watch The Office almost over and over and over again. I used to watch Parks and Recreation over and over and over again. I just discovered The Middle. I actually missed The Middle. I knew it existed, but I never watched it. I just checked it out the other day, and I dig it. I am digging The Middle. For those of you who might wonder what JP's watching right now. I might go into, I'm thinking about going into another trek into the wasteland with Fallout. Because at least that apocalypse makes sense to me. We have more choices than any generation before us, and we still end up hitting play on the same handful of stories that makes us actually feel something. That is your brain begging for stability in an attention economy that's designed to keep you spinning. Are you spinning? I see a lot of people spinning. Going from this to that, desperate to watch the latest whatever it is that's being advertised all over the place. But I'm not here to tell you to cancel everything and live in a cabin with a stack of Blu-rays and a crank-powered TV, unless you're into that, in which case, respect. But I am saying this. It's okay to not chase every new show. It's okay to keep one or two core platforms instead of feeling guilty that you don't have them all. It's okay to use free trials strategically. I do this all the time. Hop in for a season of Fallout or Severance and then dip out. And it's actually okay to rewatch the Orville again and again instead of spending your one free hour doom scrolling through tiles. The worst for that is Disney Plus. They made their tiles really small. See, I can't see them that well. So I'm like, what is on the screen? It's too much. It's overwhelming. I can't decide on anything because it's just a blur of tiles. The streaming wars want you to believe you're missing out if you're not everywhere at once. But here's the thing. You're a human being, not a content consumption device. And it really feels like we're being treated like content consumption devices. I feel like I'm not only a content consumption device, CCD for those in the know, but I feel like I'm also a content creation device. The algorithm wants me to just keep creating, keep creating. Maybe we'll reward you with some views one day. Just kidding. So yeah, streaming was supposed to make our lives easier. And in a lot of ways, it did. We can watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine whenever we want. Nine-Nine! We can binge The Last of Us, jump into the new season of Stranger Things, and then wreck our sense of reality with Severance all in one weekend. Weekends, I remember those. But it also turned our attention into a battleground. Sometimes I just want to sit and do nothing, not watch anything. No stimulation, but I always feel guilty. I'm like, I should be doing something. But the good news is, we still get to decide where we point our attention. We get to choose which platforms earn our money, which shows earn our time, and which stories earn a place in our hearts. And we get to talk about it right here together, anytime we want, as a little pocket of sanity in the middle of all this corporate chaos. That's what Egotastic Fun Time's trying to be. Just a sanctuary. You can be crazy here. You can be extra sane here. We're just going to chill out and see where the vibe takes us, you guys. But if you are digging today's conversation and you want to help me keep making hopeful, weird, sci-fi flavored stuff like this, you can always support the Egotastic Multiverse and my Patreon, which is very important. Links are in the description. And you guys, I hope all your times are Egotastic fun times. I'll see you real soon. Love you. Bye-bye.